During the last love therapy seminar, we had a magnificent inspiration about the luggage keeper. You can read in the midst of many, but I will read one that leaves this quite clear in 1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 22. The passage is well known. I'm talking about the story of this chapter. It's the story of David when he arrives at the battlefield and he discovers that Goliath was affronting the army of the people of Israel. And he proposes to fight Goliath. But this detail at times comes unnoticed by people. His father, Jesse, had sent David to bring supplies to his older siblings who were soldiers in the army. The text says on verse 22, "And David left his supplies in the hand of the supply keeper, ran to the army." This passage illustrates a custom of war that is still observed today. Weapons and wars have changed, but this war strategy remains. What is it? The soldiers of an army will leave the luggage further behind in a strategic place to advance lighter and freely against the enemy. It wasn't too far that they couldn't reach the place of the luggage, neither too close that it was not attacked by the enemies. So when they would go to war, there was a supply post and a keeper of the supply of the luggage to protect everything, the ammunition, the food, all that the soldiers needed. You wouldn't find in the midst of the luggage, in the army, something unnecessary. Only the necessary, because you only take to war what they need, not what is unnecessary. Nobody would take a plant pot or a sofa, a chair to the war, but they would take food, weapons, supplies, and etc. So this point of the luggage in the battlefield and the fact that there was a luggage keeper has a magnificent meaning to us today. Because when we speak about luggage, taken to the spiritual and emotional field, life experiences, in other words, dealing with the luggage as if it was our past and no collection of experiences from our parents' inheritance or childhood, adolescence, experiences, good and bad ones, beliefs, all we have gathered throughout our lives, we understand that there are things we don't need to take to the battlefield. First lesson, there are things we don't need to take there. Because if you believe that life is a war, that we are in a war between good and evil, that we are in a battlefield between the good and the evil, the battlefield being the world, and the forces at war are the forces of good and bad, and you are in one of the sides. If you believe in that, so you must understand that you don't take what is unnecessary to the battlefield. So, what from your past, things that happened to you, you don't need to take, to bring with you in your luggage. From people that hurt you, that you need to forgive, that you need to release them, let them go. Not because they deserve, but because you don't need to carry this weight to remind yourself of a list of everybody who hurt you. You need, beyond your necessary luggage, do you need to take people and people who hurt you in your luggage? Do you need to carry this past, this weight upon you? So we understand that for the battlefield, you only take what is necessary. I don't need people who hurt me. I can release them. I can forgive them. I can move on. I don't want to carry this weight. Do you need to bring in your luggage all harsh words that were said against you? Words that humiliated you, that cursed you, that belittled you, that offended you. Do you need to carry these words? Words they spoke about your appearance, people who humiliated you because of your appearance or your family, or maybe even people from your family that told you, I don't know why you were born, I don't know why you have come to this world, for me you are dead, and things along these lines. Do you need to carry these words? Do you need to carry words from someone who said, you will never be happy with someone, you will always be a nobody? Do you need to keep these words in your luggage? What will be the use of it in the battlefield? Only to give weapons to the enemy. So you don't need this. This luggage must be thrown away, that you may keep only what you need, what is lighter. So people, words, frustrations, dreams you had and never came true, and then you start diving into frustration, you enter the frustration carousel. Do you know a roundabout in a theme park? A carousel, you mount the horse, and the horse goes up and down, and the carousel goes around. There are many mounting the carousel of frustration. Oh, if I haven't had given up on that person. Oh, if I had married her. Oh, if I had concluded the course in university. If I haven't betrayed my husband. And the carousel goes up and down, until you are dizzy and you get tired. You don't need that. Let the carousel of frustration be gone. Come out of it. You don't need that in your luggage. What happened? It happened, and now it's gone. As I was saying in the seminar, it's like the commentary after the match. Do you know those commentators that speak about the match when it's over? And then former football players, specialists, commentators, and they say, let's see that part again. Oh, if the ball went in, if they had scored, if the ref wouldn't give the penalty, if the manager wouldn't have made that sub, if this or that, it won't change a thing. The match is over, the score is won, and it won't change. But there's always someone watching. What if this and that, and they are commentating? Look what happened. Nothing will change, but some they like the commentary post-match. I'm not criticizing. I'm just making an observation about a fact. There's no problem of you liking that. Because what difference would that match make in your life? But I'm just pointing out a real example how things don't change, but the human being likes to say, what if that had happened, and this and that, and only imagining. Imagine you doing that for your whole life. Do you need that in your luggage? Throw it away. Get out of it. Switch it off. Switch off that post-match program. The score is 1 and it's over. There'll be another match. Focus on what you can change and not what has gone. So learn this. The verse says, "And David left his supplies in the hand of the supply keeper, ran to the army." In other words, after he left his luggage, he could run. And many are not running because they are heavy. The luggage is heavy. How can you do that? David could only run after leaving the luggage with the luggage keeper. And who is the luggage keeper today? Guess. It's the Holy Spirit. When you go to an airport, you leave your luggage in the check-in, they give you a card, you leave the 1, 2, 3 luggage, and you only get on the other side of the journey. Likewise is the Holy Spirit. When you surrender, when you give your luggage or past to the Holy Spirit, the luggage keeper, you give that to God, and you trust that He will keep what is good. And you say, this is luggage access. If you trust the Holy Spirit, He will take care of you. And as the luggage keeper in the battlefield would only give to the soldiers what they needed in the time that they needed, also the Holy Spirit will remove from your past, from your luggage, in the time you need the lesson you need, the ammunition you need to win over the enemy. Nothing more and nothing less than that. So don't carry what is unnecessary, and what you need, leave in the luggage keeper's hands and trust him. And go over the enemy, because the war is still waging on. If today's video helped you and you know someone that could benefit from it, share it with them, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you may do so now. See you later.